Every powerful sales presentation starts long before you step onto the stage or open your slides. The secret, truly understanding who you're speaking to. Ask yourself, who is in the room? What do they care about? What problems are they hoping to solve? When you tailor your message to the specific needs and concerns of your audience, you show respect and relevance. This approach builds an immediate connection, making your listeners feel seen and valued. Instead of delivering a generic pitch, you're opening a conversation that matters to them. Remember, conviction begins with relevance. By taking the time to understand your audience, you lay the foundation for a presentation that resonates and persuades. Once you know your audience, it's time to capture their attention by focusing on the problems they face. Instead of launching straight into your product or service, start by clearly describing a challenge, frustration, or missed opportunity that your audience recognizes. When people hear their own struggles reflected in your words, they naturally become more engaged and open to your message. This approach builds empathy and trust, setting the stage for your solution to feel relevant and necessary. Only after establishing this connection should you introduce what you offer, positioning it as the answer to their real-world needs. In sales, leading with the problem always opens the door to genuine connection. Stories are far more memorable than lists of facts or features. Structure your sales presentation as a clear journey. Begin with the current situation, highlight the challenge or risk, paint a picture of the desired future, and then show the path to get there. This narrative approach helps your audience follow your thinking and stay engaged from start to finish. By making your message a story, you make it easier for people to remember and repeat. A simple, relatable story also helps your audience see themselves in the journey, making your solution feel personal and achievable. Remember, clarity and simplicity are your best tools for lasting impact. It's easy to get caught up describing what your product does, but what truly convinces people is understanding why it matters to them. Translate features into real-world outcomes: time saved, risks reduced, revenue increased, or effort simplified. When you focus on value, you help your audience see the benefits in their own lives or businesses. This shift from features to value empowers your listeners to convince themselves, as they connect your offering to their personal goals. Remember, people don't buy products, they buy results. Make the value clear, and your message will resonate much more deeply. Trust is essential in any sales presentation. To build credibility, support your claims with real examples, customer stories, and demonstrated results. Share practical scenarios that show how your solution works in the real world. Evidence reassures your audience that your message is grounded in reality, not just optimism or hype. When people see proof, they are more likely to believe and act. Remember, credibility is built through transparency and honesty. The more concrete your evidence, the stronger your message becomes. How you deliver your message is just as important as what you say. Speak clearly and steadily, pause for emphasis, and avoid rushing. Maintain eye contact and use confident, approachable body language. This calm confidence signals competence and trustworthiness to your audience. When you appear comfortable and in control, people are more likely to trust your message and follow your lead. Remember, your presence and delivery style can make or break your presentation's impact. Simplicity is key to a memorable and convincing presentation. Avoid overloading your audience with too many ideas or details. Instead, focus on a few key points that support your central message. Each idea should be clear and directly relevant to your audience's needs. When your message is simple and focused, it's easier for people to understand, remember, and act on. Clarity always beats complexity. By keeping things straightforward, you maximize your impact and help your audience stay engaged. A truly convincing presentation turns passive listeners into active participants. Engage your audience by asking questions, inviting reflection, and referencing shared experiences. Acknowledge their reactions and encourage interaction. This involvement makes your message more memorable and meaningful. When people are engaged, they are more likely to be convinced and to take action. Engagement is not just about holding attention, It's about building a relationship and making your audience feel involved in the journey. Every audience has unspoken concerns about cost, effort, risk, or change. Strong presenters anticipate these doubts and address them openly before they become obstacles. By acknowledging potential objections and offering honest answers, you remove barriers and build trust. This proactive approach shows that you understand your audience's worries and are prepared to help them overcome any challenges. Addressing doubts early transforms skepticism into confidence and makes your message much more persuasive. Don't let your presentation fade out. End with a clear and confident summary. Restate the problem, highlight the value and opportunity, and guide your audience toward the next step, whether that's a conversation, reflection, or decision. A strong close leaves people feeling confident and aligned with your message. Remember, great sales presentations don't pressure audiences. They inspire trust and guide understanding. When you finish strong, you leave a lasting impression that truly convinces.